Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm excited to get to show you today my home buying case study. And to get started, there we go. So this hypothetical family, Austin and Jessica, just got married at BYU a few years ago. After leaving BYU, they moved to North Carolina for Austin to attend graduate school, law school, where he just barely finished. Austin's now 28, Jessica is now 27, and as Austin's been in law school, Jessica's been working as a pediatric nurse part-time, and they have two children, Bella, who's 4, and Will, who's 2. And on the side, Jessica teaches a weekly Zumba class, and Austin loves coaching Bella's t-ball team. Bella loves having her preschool friends over for play dates, and Will loves everything cars and trucks. Austin teaches Bella and Will to love the New York Yankees. They love life and are thrilled that Austin just finished. They look forward to a normal family routine and buying their first home. So their overall financial situation, Austin just landed his first job. Between that and Jessica's part-time nursing work, they have an estimated monthly gross income of $10,000. Austin's a breadwinner, but Jessica looks forward to nurse practitioner school one day and wants to keep herself part-time nursing. And they have $30,000 in savings, $4,000 in assets, and $60,000 in student debt they've just accrued. Their unique factor is their student debt. They want to pay that off within 10 years of graduation. So now their 10-year clock is ticking. Their mortgage estimate using the 25% rule is about $2,500 a month that they are planning to use on their monthly mortgage payment. They are looking for a home with 3 to 5 bedrooms for their growing family, a grassy backyard, close to the church building, schools, their work, and the freeway. And they are very excited, ready to get started here. So their dream home costs $520,000, and according to Realtor.com, the principal and interest costs them $2,400, $2,482.56. So just under their $2,500 cap. It has 4 bedrooms, a quarter acre, a jacuzzi tub in the master bathroom, and they especially love the large front porch. So they're excited about this home, but they're also looking at the modest home. Maybe you can't see that title there. There we go. So the overall cost of the modest home is $385,000. And according to Realtor.com, the principal and the interest is $1,123.40. There are also 4 bedrooms. It's a 7-minute drive from downtown Chapel Hill. It's super close to the church building and schools, as well as the freeway. So there's a lot of great assets here too. It's a smaller backyard, but it's closer to sports and grassy fields and things like that. So the family's monthly budget, to give an overview of the most important categories I've listed here. So their gross monthly income is $10,000. They allot 10% to tithing and 10% to retirement investments, which is $1,000 each. They spend $1,000 on rent per month, and they have basic auto, health, life, and renter's insurance. They're paying off law school debt vigorously at $700 a month, and they are saving $750 a month to the emergency fund and $1,500 a month towards their home down payment. They have a miscellaneous category. They have mad money for both spouses to use, and they pay their car payment to themselves. So they own a car, but they are hoping to buy a newer car for their growing family in the near future, and so they are paying $200 a month towards a car payment, towards buying a car. So their short-term savings plans for the emergency fund, they decide that they want to start with a simple emergency fund at $30,000, just over that. And they have $30,000 saved up in the bank already, but they're going to allot $15,000 of that to the emergency fund. And so they need to save up $16,500 to go. And so they decide that $750 every month will be allotted towards that, and they'll reach that goal quickly between 20 and 22 months. The down payment, on the other hand, they want a 20% down payment, and they actually opt to about 21% with an $80,000 down payment, and they decide that they will reach that goal, saving $1,500 a month between 31 and 33 months. These calculations are using the modest home, by the way. So as they look for mortgage loans, they compare. They see that Chase is offering some very competitive interest rates. They have excellent credit. And with the same down payment and same purchase price on both homes, they see that for the 15-year mortgage loan, they are offered a 2.75 APR interest rate. And for the 30-year loan, they see that they're offered a 3.25 APR interest rate. And so that changes dramatically what their monthly payment would look like. For a 15-year loan, they'll be paying more up. They'll have a larger monthly payment. However, more of that is going toward the principal at just over $2,000 a month. On the other hand, a 30-year loan would be a lot less cost per month at just over $1,300 per month. So their home mortgage tax deductions, they calculate that they'll have just over $9,800 a month on mortgage interest that is tax deductible, and they'll be paying $3,600 approximately in property taxes to live in North Carolina. And those are estimated from Realtor.com. Their tax flow with and without a modest home is only a $300 difference. Without the home, it's just over $1,500, and with the home is almost $1,300. So not even a $300 difference tax flow with versus without their home. So transportation, like I mentioned, they own a 2013 Ford Fiesta, which is completely paid for. They spend $200 a month on gas, maintenance, repairs. If they don't use that money on repairs that month, it rolls over to larger maintenance repairs in the future. They pay $100-ish on auto insurance every month, and it's depreciated quite a bit. It's got a lot of miles on it, and so now it's only worth $582. There are no other taxes or fees on that car because it's paid completely, and so they enjoy having a good car. They also want to buy a newer car in the future, and they consider a 2017 Honda Odyssey. There's a lot more tax and fees on this because they account for purchasing this car with a 48-month loan, which would be just over $147 per month on principal and interest. Over the life of the loan, they will pay about $700 in interest. They will have to pay county tax, state tax, the title fee, registration fee, documentation fees, and other unexpected costs for repairs, and of course monthly fuel and insurance and maintenance. Long-term debts they consider: tithing is a long-term debt at 10% a month. Student loan debt payments are $700 a month, which they also consider. So this is the math on the right-hand side. They actually over budget with $700. To pay in 10 years, they would only need to pay $666 a month, but they want to pay it down as fast as possible, and so they over budget on that to pay a little bit more every month. When considering the home mortgage payments, the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, on the left side we see here the modest home, 15 and 30-year loans. The 15-year loan for the modest home is $2,600, and the 30-year loan for the modest home is almost $1,900 a month. The dream home, they know that they won't be able to afford the 15-year loan, but the 30-year loan puts them right about that threshold at $2,500 a month. And none of these loans need PMI because the down payment is $80,000, which is about 21% of the purchase price. The back-end ratio they know is 36%, and they want to make sure that all of their debts combined do not go over that. So out of their $10,000 monthly gross income, their 10% tithing and $700 student loan payment every month, they are trying to see what type of monthly mortgage payment they can afford. And it turns out they can afford something. The cap would be $1,900 every month for the whole PITI monthly mortgage payment. And luckily, the 30-year loan on the modest home is just below that. So yes, the family will qualify for the 30-year loan on the modest home. Now they want to consider renting versus buying. They know that they can continue to rent for a while, or they can buy now. The renting pros is that it's less expensive to rent. They can save more for a larger down payment, which will make their interest rates go down, pay off some student loan debt, free up some of that. And they're also not responsible for any home or yard maintenance. That takes a lot of time and a lot of cost. So they're happy that they don't have to do that right now, especially when they're making this big life transition, coming out of law school, and their family's growing. Cons, on the other hand, though, it's a smaller space, it's a less private home, and they can't customize or personalize. So they don't have the home ownership pride that they want. Buying, on the other hand, you would have that sense of pride. With a larger, more private space, they can customize it just as they want. The cons are that it is more expensive and they are responsible for their own home and yard maintenance. The point where it makes the most sense for this family to buy a home is when A, they can afford it, and B, they need the space. So right now, with the four of them, Austin, Jessica, Bella, and Will, there are four of them, and things might feel a little crowded in their current apartment or condo or home that they're renting. But they also know that they need to save up enough for a 20% down payment. And the biggest factor then at that point is making sure that they have a large enough down payment and they've paid off enough debt. So that financial factor is the largest factor. They can achieve that goal in just 31 to 33 months. And to compare the total interest paid on their 15-year loan and the 30-year loan, both for the modest home, they'd be paying $67,564 on the 15-year loan for interest, and the 30-year loan would be $172,856.80. That's astronomical. They could almost buy they could put another down payment on a home for that much. That's even larger than the down payment on this home that they're considering. So they want to make sure that they keep that in mind and are smart with where they put their money. But they also don't want to wait too long before they buy a home. So in making this decision, they consider opportunity costs. They say, okay, what is the dream home appreciation going to be like versus the modest home appreciation? And 2.6 million versus 1.9 million. So there is a pretty big difference there. But they also consider the difference in the PITI monthly mortgage payment, if invested, would also alter the situation a lot. So considering the modest home appreciation and then the difference of monthly payment invested, they would have an extra $900,000, which is a huge deal. They want to be able to be financially secure in the future after they retire and be able to help their kids in enjoying being grandparents. So they consider that too as they make this decision. And overall, they decide that they're going to rent now and prepare to buy a modest home in the future. They want to save up enough for a 20% down payment. And like I mentioned, will only take 31 to 33 months, and to take the time to pay off some more student debt. So they want to consider in just a short couple of years when they're looking to buy their home to keep sticking to their monthly budget, including 10% tithing and 10% to retirement or long-term investments, meeting their emergency fund savings goal and continuing to build that up because their home will often require more expensive repairs and maintenance. They want to have a larger emergency fund for that. The down payment amount that they choose to pay will affect the cost of the loan overall. So a larger down payment means lower interest rates, and a 20% or more interest, or the 20% or more down payment eliminates the need for PMI, mortgage insurance. The extra interest paid on the 30-year loan is going to be a very large amount compared to the 15-year loan. However, it does allow them to have a smaller monthly payment every month. So it just depends on what they're looking for. They can afford the monthly mortgage PITI, but they need to have that down payment. So they want to make sure that they stay within that PITI budget of $1,900 and keep their credit score excellent, pay down student loan debt, and pay their car payment to themselves. Those types of things will keep their back end ratio smaller than 36%. And when they consider purchasing a home or a car, they need to make sure that they plan for those hidden expenses like closing costs, legal fees, registration, things like that. So thanks for listening.